Hi everyone, today we are going to make this absolutely gorgeous crystal bag together. Just look at that sparkle. So let's jump right in. I will show you everything you will need to get started. We'll definitely need a press frame for this project. This one is about 20 centimeters wide and roughly 6.5 centimeters tall. Perfect for a small crystal bag like this. And this frame has 43 holes on each side. Next, you will need some nylon thread. You can use clear fishing line for this. I recommend around 0.6 millimeter thickness, but 0.5 millimeters will work just fine too. To keep your beads from rolling everywhere, I highly recommend using a bead mat if you have one. If not, no worries, but honestly, it makes beadwork so much easier and more enjoyable. You will also need a good pair of scissors and of course the beads. I chose these beautiful faceted glass beads in silver champagne, size 8 millimeters. They catch the light so nicely and give the bag that elegant, sparkly look. You can find a complete list of materials I used for this project, including links to where you can get them right down in the video description. If you use my special link or discount code, you will also get a nice deal at checkout. You will gonna need a lot of beads for this bag, but trust me, the result is so worth it. Get a piece of thread that feels comfortable to work with. I don't recommend going over 3 meters because anything longer will tangle like crazy. You'll be using a lot of thread for this project, so you will definitely need to weave the thread in and add new pieces as you go. Totally normal, just part of the process. And don't worry, it's easy. So I'm starting down here in the bottom left corner. And I insert the thread through the first hole, like this. Then take the other tail of the thread. Then skip the second hole and go with your thread on the right side through the third hole. Like this, always from bottom up. Make sure that both ends of the thread are equal in length. Now take the tail on the left and pick up 3 beads. 1, 2, and 3. Slide them down. Now take this third bead and go with the same tail through it again, like this, to make a loop. It will create a small loop, like this. And now take the other tail, the right tail, and go through this loop. It looks like this. And pull tight. Then take the right tail and go with the tail through the same hole right here, from top to bottom. And slide the knot so that it sits right in the center of the last bead. It's important to guide the knots inside the beads so the shape stays clean and the structure holds nicely. Now take the right tail, this one, this is the right tail, skip the next hole and go from bottom up through the next hole. Skip one and go through this one. In the first row, we will always work with 3 beads at a time. So in that first step, we already added 3 beads. So now we've got 1 in place. So we'll just add 2 more to complete the next set. So I take the left tail and pick up 2 beads. And again, make a loop like this. Take the right tail and go from bottom up like this to make a knot and pull tight. Take the right tail and go through the same hole again from top to bottom. And move the knot to the center of the last bead. Skip the next hole and with your right thread go from bottom to top through the following hole. And we'll continue in the same way all the way to the end of the row, adding beads in sets of 3 just like this. So here I already have 1 bead, so I add 2 more. 1 and 2. Make a loop. Make a knot. Go through the same hole. And move the knot to the center of the bead like this. Just pull the thread. Skip the next hole and go through the following one. Add 2 more beads. 1, 2, make a loop. Go through the hole again. And place the knot in the center and pull tight. Alright, we have reached the end of the row and we just need to add the last 2 beads. Now I will show you how to do this part because every time we move up to a new row, we need to change direction. So instead of adding beads to the left thread, we will now add them to the right thread. That way we can smoothly turn around and start the next row in the opposite direction. So I pick up 2 beads onto the right thread. 1, 2, make a loop here, and cross it. and move the knot into the middle of this bead. Just like that. And we are ready to move to the next row. Now we'll continue stitching vertically upward to start building the thickness of the bag. This time we are not aiming for 3 beads in a circle like before, instead we'll be working with 4 beads in each unit. As you can see, we already have 1 bead here, so we will add 3 more to the right thread, making total of 4. 1, 2, and 3, and make a loop again to cross it. Take the other tail and cross, just like this. Move the knot to the center of this bead. The technique is exactly the same as in the previous row. We are just continuing the same process step by step. I take the left tail and go through this bead we already have from the previous row, just this one, and go through the hole like this. It looks something like this. We already have 2 beads, so we add 2 more on the right thread. 1, 2, make a loop, and cross it, pull tight. So first this one, and just keep repeating the same to the end of the row. So again, I already have 2 beads right here. I add 2 more beads, 1, 2, make a loop, cross, and with your left thread go through the following bead. Alright, we have reached the end of the second row, so let me show you exactly how to finish it. We will continue from left to right again, so we put 2 beads onto the left string, 1 and 2, make a loop, and cross it, and move the knot to the center of this bead. just like this. Okay, this is how it looks. And we'll continue from left to right again. Okay, now please don't say yourself, okay, I get it now, I know the pattern, I will just keep going on my own. Keep watching, because right here at the corners there's a small but important change. We are no longer building the thickness of the bag. Now we are switching directions and stitching horizontally. So stay with me, this part is just a little different. For now, we will continue the same way as before. You can see we already have one bead here, so we will simply add 3 more to the left thread to complete the set. Make a loop again. And cross it. To the next bead. It's still the same as before. Still the same, add 2 beads to the left thread. Now we have reached the corner, and here comes a small change. We need to flatten the structure a bit. So instead of passing the right thread through just one bead, we are going to pass it through 2 beads at once. So we pass it through this one and this one. So I take my right thread and pass it through this bead and also through the next one. So we have 3 beads right here, 1, 2, 3, and we just add 1 bead to the left thread. Add 1 bead, and cross it. As you can see, the whole piece has now flattened out nicely, just like we wanted. This stubs helps shape the corner beautifully. And I just go with my right thread to the following bead, just like before. Okay, now we add 2 beads to the left thread. And cross it. Right thread through this bead. And continue the same way until you reach the next corner. And now we have reached another corner. You can tell because there are 2 beads, 1, 2. These are 2 corner beads, and the thread is coming out of this one specific bead next to the 2 corner beads. Okay, so again I add 2 beads to the left thread. And cross. And then I go with my right thread through these 2 corner beads. Now I have 3 beads ready, 1, 2, 3, and I add 1 bead to the left thread and cross. And continue normally to the end of the row. And we are at the end of the row, so I add 2 beads to the right thread instead of the left thread. And cross. This is how it looks with 3 rows. We'll continue the next row the exact same way, still narrowing the corners just like before. I think you will be able to easily spot the corner beads at this point, but if not, let me show you. It's these 2 and these 2. So I just add 3 beads through right thread and continue exactly the same way. And I go with my right thread through these 2 corner beads. Add only 1 bead and cross. And continue still the same way to the end of the row. As you might notice, I'm running out of a thread, so let me show you how to end it and add a new one. It's super simple, just weave the thread back through a few beads in a zigzag pattern, however it naturally flows, and that's really all you need to do. This kind of beadwork is very sturdy, so even if you trim the thread somewhere in the middle, the bag won't fall apart, I promise. So go ahead and just weave the thread in. If it feels tricky, you can also use a beading needle to help guide the thread through. Then cut a piece of new thread and thread the new piece right through the same bead where you left off, so you can smoothly continue exactly where you stopped. Again, we are in the corner, there are 3 beads, and we add only 1. And now we will finish the last row in this segment. So you already know the drill. 2 beads on the right thread. And cross. And continue to the end of the row. And the last bead. This section is now completely finished, so we can go ahead and weave the thread in and trim it off. And then we will simply repeat the exact same steps on the other side of the frame. So I just weave the thread in. And trim off the excess thread. Alright, this is how it looks now that both size panels are finished. And now it's time to create the centerpiece, which is the largest part of the bag. This one. I think this part will actually be a bit easier since it's just a flat rectangle. It will be 15 rows wide and 22 rows tall. Simple, repetitive, and super satisfying to build. Okay, so I again cut a piece of thread. And we'll be stitching the beads in groups of 4 again, just like we did before. So I put on 4 beads on my thread. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Place the beads to the center of the thread. Take the last bead. Make a loop, the same as before. And cross it. This is how it looks. The knot is again in the middle of this bead. We will continue building this row of beads this way until we have 15 beads on the side. That will be the full width of the bag. So I take my left and right thread, and on the left side I put on 1 bead, and on the right side I put 2 beads, 1 and 2, make a loop like this. Take the left thread and cross. Now we have 2 beads on the side and continue until you have 5. So 2 beads on the right side, 1 bead on the left side, and cross. As you can see, we now have 14 rows finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I will show you how to do the final 15th row, because it's going to be just a little bit different, because we need to move to the next rows to the left. I take the right tail and put on 3 beads. 1, 2, 3. Make a loop and cross the thread. Our thread are coming out of this bead on the left, so we can go ahead and continue building the next rows in that direction, this way. So we have 1 bead here, and we add another 3. 1, 2, 3. Make a loop, cross the thread, and pull tight. You already know the drill, so take the left tail and go through this bead. Now we have 2 beads here, and we add 2 more, so we have 4 beads a total. It's still the same process. We are at the end of the second row. I will show you how we get to the next one, to the third row. It's always the same. And to move to the next row, we put 2 beads on this left thread. 1, 2, and make a loop. And cross the thread. Now we'll continue in exactly the same way. As you can see, we currently have 2 beads along the side, and we'll keep going until we have a total of 22. That will be the full height of the panel. And this is what it looks like when the middle section is completely finished. On this shorter side, you will have 15 beads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And on the longer side, you will have 22 beads. Now let's divide a piece into sections. I'm going to count out 8 beads and fold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and fold. Then I will count 6 beads for the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and fold it. And as you can see, this creates the base of the bag. And of course, we have the remaining 8 beads on the other side, which will form the second side of the bag. Now take the first part with the back frame that we stitched earlier and let's connect both parts together. So I'm gonna take this upper right corner and I go with my thread through the first bead, this one, pick up one bead and thread it. Now I count 3 beads, 1, 2, 3, and I go with my thread through this third bead. Pick up one more bead on either of the 2 threads. Make a loop again. And make a knot. Now take the thread that's pointing downward and pass it through the bottom bead. Then take the thread that's pointing upward and pass it through the top bead. Here we go. And continue stitching this way all the way to the end. So pick up another bead, make a loop, and make a knot and pull tight. Just like this. Bottom thread through the bottom bead. And upper thread through the bead on the top. And don't forget to add last bead here. It's connected and simply weave the thread in. And of course, do the same on the other side. Now let's move on to these side panels. As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beads here that will form the bottom of the bag, and I'll be doing regular cross stitches for the first 8 rows. So I go with my thread through these corner beads. Just like this. Add 2 beads to the left thread. Make a loop. And cross. Go through the next bead with your bottom thread. and continue the same way. I have 2 beads, so I add 2 more. You know the drill. Now we are at the end of the row, so pass the bottom thread through these 2 beads. Then on the right thread, add 1 more bead to step up to the next row. And cross. With the right thread, go through the bead on the right. And continue with the normal cross stitches. This was first a row. Add 7 more, so we have 8 rows this way. Okay, as you can see, 8 rows are finished. You can count it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we ended up right here. And we do just regular cross stitch, but we use the bead from the opposite side. So I go with my thread through this bead on the left, and through this bead on the top. So I have 3 beads right here, 1, 2, and 3. I add 1 more bead. And cross stitch. I go with my thread through this bead. Add 2 beads to the upper thread. And cross. Again the same. Two beads again and cross. And last 2 beads. 1, 2, loop, and cross. Now I need to connect this group of 4 beads, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I pass the needle thread through all of them to secure everything tightly on the right side. Then I will simply weave the thread in. It's really tight and secure. And now I just weave the thread in. Okay, so one side of the bag is done. It's important to gently press it inward like this to shape it nicely. And now we will do the exact same process on the other side. And that's it. Our beautiful crystal bag is complete. I'm honestly so in love with how it turned out. It sparkles, it holds its shape beautifully, and it's just the perfect mix on handmade charm and elegance. I hope you had as much fun making it as I did. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new of my upcoming videos. I've got so many fun projects coming your way. And if you recreate this bag, please tag me. I'd love to see your versions. Thanks for watching and see you soon in the next video.